Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Equanimity of the Mind. Ah, boy, I said that wrong. I've tried practicing a little bit. Equanimity of the Mind. Chapter 2, verse 14. So, I have no idea. Let's go ahead and get started.
So Kaunteya, hey Kunti ka bete, son of Kunti. This is only because of your contact, the right contact with the world outside, nothing wrong. In wrong contacts that you get entangled with the world outside.
Wrong context.
Shitoshna sukha dukkhadaha, all your experiences of heat and cold, Shitoshna, sukha dukkha, joy and sorrow are all in the way you contact the world.
Okay.
There are some people.
Contact, I thought like in contact with some people, like people contact, but how you contact the world, literally like touch and maybe even speak.
A little hot,
Smell too.
and you open the window. And a little close the window. You go on hymning and Shitoshna sukha dukkha, or joy and sorrow, success and failure, loss and gain, is all by your contact with it, that these various experiences. And then what am I to do then? I am here in this world. Agama payino anitya. These are all agama pai. They come and go. One moment hot, another moment cold. If you go on complaining, you can continue. A little. Today Swamiji is very windy. Oh, very cold. And the day before yesterday was saying that it's very hot. Summer has come, I think.
He is very expressive. So, based on this 1 minute and 29 seconds of it, it seems like what he's trying to say here is that the world is temporary. Everything's temporary, as far as I'm getting so far.
Half an hour, that's all.
Yeah.
Now today, just the opposite. Something very cold outside. Breeze is there. Heat and cold. You really speaking, if you keep your ears open, it's wonderful to hear that. Rain. No rain at all, Swamiji, no rain at all. And I let there be rain for 3 days. Swamiji, rain or rain?
It's flooding.
Anything you are complaining. My people, my father and mother, they don't care for me, All right, father and mother have landed. Swamiji, they have landed, they are not going. They are not going. That is a complaint. If the wife smiled, I don't know why she is smiling so much. 6 inches smile, why should he? I think she is grinning at me. Now she doesn't smile. It's all very tragic. She is not smiling at all. She must smile exactly the size that you expect her to do it. Naturally, you are never happy. Because she is an independent lady. She has got her own ways of smiling. You should have asked her before marriage that in a smile, let me see. No, that is not the right kind of smile.
I guess you're getting at like, when people smile, there's a certain smile that they have that's very natural or happy, that you see them happy. Then there's a smile that's very sinister. So you have to understand the smile's body language, basically. That's kind
You
of funny.
understand? You give it up. All your own mental projections. Agama vayino anitya, they are impermanent. They are never the same. They are agama vai. They come and go. Tam titikshasva bharata. When they come to you, joys and sorrows, success and failures, them titikshasva, suffer silently. Don't get perturbed by them. Why? By the time you say that I am sick, you have to say that now I am all right. Last 2 days, you are sick, very sick and all that. So the third day I meet you and say, hey, how are you now? Why? I am all right. Hey, but you were very sick. Oh, that was last week. Now I am all right. But last week he was dying. And this week he is planning the next marriage. Haven't you in your life also watched In your own silent heart, have you watched your friend crying and you went there for bereavement because his wife died? You went, you also wept, he also wept. Third week, you get an invitation card. My marriage, please come. You know, when you go there, you don't know whether to weep or to smile. So you do both together. That fellow's forgotten. Agama, he comes and goes. And he tries to give you an explanation that, you know, it is not that I want to marry, but then the 2, 3 children, small children, to look after them. This is the best babysitter available.
To marry just to get a babysitter?
It's very laughable if you keep on watching how people move from one to the other. These are not to be, should not waste your time in running up and down. When joy comes, you go beyond the clouds. When sorrow comes, you come trashed down. No, keep your balance. Let them come and go. But every one of us will be ups and downs. If a piece of wood is in the sea will have always the waves, and the wood is, what do you call that, floating on the waters. Naturally, that wood will have to go up and down according to the rhythm of the waves. Isn't it? But the same waves, or in the same waves, is standing the lighthouse at the harbor. The waves come and break themselves at the feet of the lighthouse, but the lighthouse is not going up and down. Why? Lighthouse is not floating on the surface, but it is built on the foundation of the rocks down below. Therefore, the light illumines the waves. The waves come and clash and die away. But the lighthouse stands steady. May you all learn to live like a lighthouse. In the tumultuous changes of situations and circumstances and the world of change and tossing situations in the world, learn to keep your balance. How? By building your life on firm foundations. But all of us are only floating in life. A little happiness, the mind, and next moment, and gone up and down. Agama, Vaino, Nitya, these are all impermanent. They come and go. No joy can permanently stay with you. No sorrow can permanently stay with you.
I do wonder what he would say to like Osho and Sadhguru, where they say that they're Osho says it's an eternal bliss. Sadhguru says, look at my eyes, I'm in bliss right now. I don't think he says 24/7, but I'm blissed out. I know he says that. So can you be in eternal bliss? He's saying there's happiness and joy and permanence, but is bliss not happiness and joy as well? Maybe when you realize that happiness and joy is, I guess maybe bliss may be something different. It's not necessarily happiness nor joy, but it's this nothingness. Again, nothingness is something that I can see here that fits very well, because nothingness is not happiness nor joy. It's neither one of those. It's literally nothing. And when you can, it sounds terrible to say, oh, when you can feel nothingness, you know, you're unaffected by the world, which would be true, but it makes you seem like you're cold. But it's not that. It's to understand that you do feel happy and sad sometimes, and this nothingness is this barrier that you separate yourself from these emotions, not to, how to say, not to like throw them away. It's more along the lines, I see that I am happy, I see that I am sad, I see that my body is happy, that my body is sad, and I understand that, but I'm not letting it affect me. And then you appropriately address people who are sad and happy by being kind and generous to them, obviously, so you don't look like you're a stone cold killer, or just have a cold heart or something like that. So, I wonder, but yeah, the nothingness seems to make a lot more sense than bliss, because again, maybe it's the definition, is the fact that bliss is like you're like high, or like it's like really, really, you're not. It's not that you're not affected by emotion, but you're affected by emotion that's joy, constant joy.
Then what am I to do? Silently suffer them. With dignity. With silent dignity, suffer them. Because you know they are not going to be permanent. They will go away. Agama vaino nitya tam titikshatsa bharata. Hey Bharata Kulotama, tam titikshatsa. Suffer them silently with dignity and patience. They will not be permanent.
I will say, I don't know about suffering them silently with dignity. Dignity for sure. Silent, I wouldn't say so, just because, there are people out there that can struggle with their emotions. There's nothing wrong with talking to your friends or family about it. It's just the fact that don't complain. That's the biggest thing. It's more along the lines going asking for help, or more importantly, honestly, just merely talking about it is helpful. So just going to a friend's, hey man, there's this thing and it's just been rough and it's just really stressful. Your friend could just say, yeah, I know, man, I know what you're talking about, and that's it. That's all that has to be said, and that'll ease the pain a little bit instead of bottling up inside. To talk to someone about it really helps. Just to talk, you don't have to explain it in deep. Just to kind of say a few words, a venting session in a sense, not screaming, just kind of like an ease, like releasing the pressure of something slowly. And then once you've vented enough, you can suffer in silence for a little bit.
And enjoy yourself, the life. And do achieve what you want to achieve in life without getting knocked down by all these different experiences that come and go.
So yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily hold it in again. So yeah, everything it's pretty fascinating. I do wonder how many people think that. I don't think very many people think that life, emotion, and things are impermanent. But when you really think about it, everything is impermanent. Nothing is permanent. Rocks are not permanent. The foundation of that lighthouse is not permanent. But it will stand up against the impermanence of the waves for a long time, for sure. But yeah, to reinforce the rock is merely to go talk to someone, just someone that you trust, someone that you can vent to, and help you reinforce that foundation of the lighthouse. Lighthouses don't last forever. They do get eroded away, and that erosion, the ocean, I like to think of it as the suffering that you have, and if you don't find a way to reinforce your lighthouse, it will erode away at you. Talking is one way of reinforcement. Venting in games or movies or some type of activity does help as a way to maybe take your mind away from it for a little bit. But do not just ignore the problem. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a break, and then get right back to trying to solve the problem, whatever that may be. That impermanence, yeah, it's going to come and go, but if you don't fix it, it's going to keep coming back at you. So just be mindful. Try to think clearly, and again, by talking or by doing some type of activity, clearing your mind, hopefully will give you a better perspective of what the issue is, to be able to understand on what to do to fix it. Alright, so that's my weird answer and weird reaction to equanimity of the mind. Of mind, should I say. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.